Give me a game prediction from your head and a game prediction from your heart. What do you think is going to happen? What do you want to happen with this rematch, like you said, from a couple years ago?
Charles.
I'm so conflicted here. Can I just say how conflicted I am? I don't want the 49ers to get 6 rings.
Oh, I didn't even think about the Niners Cowboys thing. That's a big part of why I want the win. We used to have being undefeated over y'all, and we don't have that anymore. But getting to 6, we could have that.
Ring, and I actually shared a post that I made in 2013 when the Ravens beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl. And I said, I'm here in Baltimore watching this game to bring the energy to make sure they don't get 6 rings. And I'll be damned if they don't get 6 rings again. So that part of me, the other part of me is just tired of the machine. I'm tired of Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry. I know it's illegal to say this in America. I'm tired of that lady that they keep showing. I'm tired of her. I'm sure she's a lovely person, but I'm tired of that lady. I'm tired of seeing her. I'm tired of having her fake surprise that she's popular and fake surprise that she winning awards. She get on my nerves. So my head says, well, my head and the heart is the same. I do think that the Chiefs will win. If they lost, I would be, I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I'll be able to say is no 6 rings for you, but like, I need the machine to be shut down for a second. So I'm gonna, I think my head and heart is the same. I think it's the Chiefs.
Okay. Rita, what about you?
My head says that you should not bet against Patrick Mahomes. It's a bad idea. Like, you're going to lose money every time, right? Like, it just is what it is. For the most part, he's just been successful, and it ain't nothing we can do about it, right? My heart says that anybody that can pick on a fucking kicker who sings opera for fun is corny, lame, clowns, whatever you want to call it.
For people who didn't see, and Rita is clearly a Justin Tucker stan, but Travis Kelce and Pat Mahomes rolled up on the Ravens kicker while he was warming up, kicked his helmet, told him to move out of their way and all this other shit.
Like, I mean, Kelce talking about he was trying to intimidate us. The man ain't that much bigger than me, y'all. How is Justin Tucker trying to intimidate your big ass? Okay? Like, in his video out there, like, you can clearly tell, like, him and Mahomes are, like, having regular chit-chat, right? And then here come Travis Kelce, fake bonehead ass, over there throwing shit around, he the one that's trying to intimidate somebody, the fucking kicker, like, of all people, the man that sings opera when he wants to just do something different. Like, y'all some fucking clowns. I don't care what nobody says. Y'all a bunch of cornballs for that. He's the kicker. You knew you could pick on his little ass. And I'm hoping that the 49ers beat the shit out of the fucking Chiefs, because that's clownery. That's clownery.
Hey, I tell you what, they won't try the 49ers kicker like that. Trent Williams
no.
on the motherfucking
They
spot.
sure won't.
Hey, he is the first man on the scene whenever some shit pops
He already know. He know who to pick with.
I don't think anybody knew that was like happening when it was happening, because I feel like people would have came over and did something. You know what I'm saying? But like,
probably was surprised that he act like such a child. Like, I heard it, but when I saw the video, I was like, did you know this man's helmet?
Sure did. And then, like, him and Mahomes talk, and he just puts the little kicker plate thing back down, and then Mahomes, like, throws it like a fucking kid when he walks away. Your bitch ass ain't even do it in his face. Like, what kind of clown shit is that, dog? I thought Mahomes Senior taught you better than that. If you're going to stand on your shit, stand on your shit. And say, this
That's
is
the
my
white side.
Don't
That's the white side.
You can say it's a white side, or you can say he's a baseball player at heart. Either way, it's the same shit.
It was corny. It was corny. Don't come in my mentions talk about it. I don't care. Like, prior to that, I never really had a problem with Patrick Mahomes, like, ever. Like, outside of that whole offside shit, right? Because the man was clearly on the other side of the field. And you was upset about something that was right for a change, right? Like,
they were mad the refs called something correctly. So
damn them for calling it right. You're mad that they called it on you because you're so used to getting the calls, right? So that was my first time that I was like, I don't like it. But that Justin Tucker situation, I was like, hey, that's nasty business, dog. So I am rooting for the 49ers to do some major damage in this game, some redemption of sorts, because Jimmy G ain't there to fuck it up no more. So
Right. But your head is on is that the Chiefs are.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
can't.
Okay.
I
All right.
can't,
No.
can't. I would not put money on the 49ers because I've been burned way too many times by the Kansas City Chiefs at this point.
Very fair. Tyler, what are you thinking right now?
I'm leaning all the way on hunch. I'm just not even going to try to like rationalize this with hard, tangible statistical analysis. I just think the Chiefs do it. Like that's been my fucking, that's been my call for the whole postseasons, bro. I'm just not counting Mahomes out. I'm not counting him out here again. And also, like I said, this isn't anything necessarily rooted in like, tangible analysis, but it is something that's rooted in kind of like anecdotal evidence that we've seen in the past where how the football gods always balance the scales. And I feel like Brock Purdy, the shit that he's gotten away with this postseason, like that pick 6 that got dropped versus Green Bay that would have locked that game up for Green Bay. That pick that bounced off of that Lions defender's face that would have locked up the game if he caught it.
That was planned.
Right? Right? I just
look,
bro.
Larry Bird.
He called it. He called it.
I called it off the glass. Look, bro, like I said, the motherfucking football guys, they always balance the scales and they do it in the biggest stage at the most tragic way. Like those motherfuckers have like a Greek playwright pen when it comes to this shit, bro. Like I think shit's gonna get ugly for Brock. I think he probably doesn't hit 220 yards. I think it's probably those 2 picks. And it's not gonna be an indictment on, he's a fraud or whatever. Like I said, he's only got really one full season under his belt. We'll see what he does moving forward. But like I said, bro, it's nothing rooted in anything tangible. It's just the shit that I've seen with how the football gods balance the scales, bro.
As far as me, like the shit I've been watching a little bit of this shit. People have been talking about it or whatever. But I just feel like from what y'all have said, from what I've watched, you know what I'm saying, the Chiefs, like the whole in the defense is running. You know what I mean? Like y'all are saying that the Ravens should have ran more. They got the best running back in the game. You know what I mean? Like that's what I think they're kind of built to beat the Chiefs. So that's what my brain is saying. Like the better team is the 49ers, and they're built in a way to beat the Chiefs. You feel me? But I just
look at my boy. Look at my boy with the breakdown. He's watched 45 minutes of football. He hit his shit. Yeah, John.
I need to have a moment. I think you're watching more than you letting on. Your analysis was a little bit too. I think you tipped your hand.
No, I wish I watched a little more. But yeah, I feel like that. But I feel like, bro, like how you gonna root against Mahomes? So my heart is saying Mahomes. You know what I mean?
All right. My heart is I'm rooting for the 49ers.
Obviously.
I'm a lifelong 49ers fan. I'm not going to pretend that my head has not been influenced by my heart, but here's my intellectual case aside from just being a fan. First of all, as a fan, I had a mysterious illness in February of 2020 that made me lose my sense of taste and smell. And I was down bad enough that my wife made me go to the urgent care, which is the only reason any men survive to the age to retirement age.
Wait, no. I want to say a particular thing that he texted us. He said Mike texted us this is before COVID came here. He texted us. He's like, you know that part of when you're sick where you think you're gonna die, like and we're like, no, Nick. Like what the fuck? Like he actually thought he was gonna die, and I'm like, no. And then,
I was having trouble breathing.
Right.
Charlotte literally was like, I'm taking you to urgent care.
Oh
like, I'm not telling you need to go. Like, you're just going. And so they x-rayed my chest because they were hearing that I have fluid in my lungs, all this other shit. So I watched the Super Bowl with my son, who's a big football fan, my daughter. I was on the other side of the house from the TV, watching the TV, sitting with a mask on. I was probably the first at that time, they just told me, if you're going to be in the house with your family, you need to put this on. And so that was how I watched the Super Bowl, with my family on the other side of the house. And my son looking over, every time my son looked at me, he looked like he was about to start crying. So I need emotionally, like the let's try this again reset. You know what I mean? I need that. Now, my intellectual case for the 49ers is, I think John hit it on the head, which is there's no question if you line up 22 versus 22, the 49ers have a better team than the Chiefs. I don't deny at all that if you're going to have one dude who's way better than the other dude, you'd rather be the quarterback than the fucking running back. It's like 100%. But I've actually been thinking of what Tyler's rationale was, but in the other direction. There are football gods, and they do tend to check a guy that's going to go and win 5 or 6 Super Bowls. And my case is Brock Purdy being Eli Manning to Pat Mahomes' Tom Brady. Like, he's not a game manager. He's good enough to make some crazy stuff happen. The Niners have a defense with a pass rush that could really be a problem for Pat Mahomes. And we can run the ball against, I think Mina said, like, they're the 18th best run defense in the league. And I don't think Kyle Shanahan, like she was saying, is going to fall into the trap that the Ravens play callers did of, we're trying to prove some narrative. Like, if they can get 7 yards of carry, they will run the fucking
they
ball.
Can get 3 yards of carry. It means you
still got to run it.
It means you got that. That's another down where you got that you can inched up a little bit more. I want to know this though, Mike.
Yeah.
Sound to me like y'all saying the football guard is racist. I don't like that.
The football guys,
Eli was fun.
You said look after Lamar.
We've been talking about this. The football guys are on the side of Trent Williams and Deebo Samuel. You know, that's where that's where I'm at with it.
I got a question.
I don't believe you.
I got a question for y'all. We talked about this in the last pod and the pod before this, and I think we got it wrong initially, but I think we corrected in the last pod. So we said, who is the most handsome person on the field? Is it not Fred Warner? Am I tripping?
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Nigga, nice looking man.
Nigga, we fucked around on Black History Month and said it was Kelce. And Fred Warner, I think he running. He
got a fade from a fucking black.
I didn't say that. I said it was. I didn't say that.
From a black barber.
I said it was Brandon Ayuk. I said it was Brandon Ayuk.
I didn't know who Fred Warner was because I don't watch the game. Then I went in because Jackson actually said he put it in the chat like I think it's Fred Warner. I say, nigga, this nigga beautiful. Nigga, like objectively beautiful. You feel what I'm saying?
To the point where he doesn't look like he should be such a savage on the field. It makes him almost like a psychopath. Like, you got to be some kind of psychopath to be this beautiful of a man and a complete maniac.
You could have been a cologne like model, nigga. You could have been in that motherfucker. You know how they always have the weirdest cologne commercials? Like, he could have been that handsome ass nigga doing some,
and like,
you know what I'm saying?
Malo out there.
Right.
He said, and he's out there destroying people's lives on the field and enjoying it.
I want to say something here because I do. Once Travis Kelce shaved off that mustache and that beard, and he looked like a MAGA man. I think that we should have thrown all the narratives about him being good looking out the window. Yeah, he is a very average looking white man, okay? Without the extra.
The beard and the black woman made him look really good.
Now let's talk about it.
You know
it was Kessler that made him attractive.
Those are great enhancements to a white guy's look.
The way he dressed, she made him, and when as soon as they broke up, when he shaved the beard and did everything, now he just showed up to Vegas in a size 5X sweatsuit, a red sweatsuit. I said, you know what he looked like? What is what's the movie with the white guy was a rapper, and he was like a rapper in the
oh yeah. Oh, that's my movie. Oh,
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah, that's how he looked. Malibu.
Most Wanted.
Malibu's Most Wanted. Yeah,
Malibu's Most Wanted.
That's how he showed up to Vegas looking like that dude. I was like, why is his sweatsuit so huge? It was huge.
He lied to us, man.
He ain't got no skin.
When he cut the beard and we saw the mustache, that's how I was like, Kaka.
He don't have his own swag. It was like osmosis. He was getting the swag from Kayla.
She was his stylist, you know what I mean? She was his stylist, yeah.
It is 100% Fred.
He ain't getting no swag from the index finger, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that lady ain't giving off nothing. No swag, surf, nothing.
Looking for a super offer for Super Bowl 58? DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered. New customers can bet on the big game and turn $5 into $200 instantly in bonus bets.
I know the line has been moving around a little bit, but as of right now, the 49ers are a couple-point favorites. I know even if the 49ers were 20-point favorites, Mike would still be nervous watching that game.
Fact. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Jenkins. New customers can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 58, with code Jenkins. The crown is yours.